As a digital marketeer, you have a lot of repetitive tasks to complete, things that you do over and over again. Sending email to the clients, updating contact information, creating deals and tasks, analyzing data, classifying customers, and thousands more. It is super time consuming, and often this is split to the whole marketing and sales team. Thankfully, with today's technology, you can get rid of most of this manual struggle. There are multiple useful tools that do that for you automatically, 24 hours, 7 days a week, without any fatigue. You will be able to focus on the creative part of the business, strategy, brainstorming, and all the things that you love about marketing. Leave the boring stuff to the machines. Let them help you. And all of that is possible thanks to the marketing automation. In this chapter, first, we will see what exactly can be automated and what are the most important tasks to automate. Then, you will see how to automate emails, website interaction and content, deals and database updates. Let's start to automate in the next video. In the introduction video, I mentioned that there are a lot of different tasks you can automate with digital automation tools. There are three main categories of automation. First automation category is email automation. Second automation category is website automation. Third automation category is deals and databases automation. Each automation is controlled by the workflow. Workflow is just a series of steps that will take place as part of the automation. Let's see some of the most useful workflows from each automation category, starting with email automation. First workflow you may consider is where you add a new client to your database in your CRM. You want to send a welcome email thanking this person for becoming a client, maybe provide some additional information about the company, and present further opportunities for the cooperation. By setting this workflow in a marketing automation tool, you don't have to remember to send email to each new client, you don't have to write text each time, and you don't have to send an email manually. All of this is done automatically. You save time and you minimize the chances of error. Second email workflow you may consider is when one of your contacts has a birthday. You can send automatic email with best wishes. This will help you build a better relationship with this client, and also it adds a human element to your company who cares about people. Another email workflow is suitable for companies who sell subscription-based service like Netflix. If subscription ends soon, you can inform about auto-renewal. If there is no auto-renewal, you can remind users to prolong the subscription. This way you maximize your chances to keep already paying subscribers. Next email workflow is when you publish a new piece of content on your blog. You may want to notify people in your database to increase page views and other statistics. As you can see, these email automation workflows are simple two-step workflows based on one condition, but you can create more complicated multi-step workflows with a lot of different conditions. For example, you want to send email campaign to potential customers who haven't bought anything from you yet. This message would contain information about a special discount offer and collect discount button inside. Potential customers who open this email would be split into two groups. First group who clicked on the collect discount button would receive additional email with the discount coupon. Second group who opened an email but not clicked on the discount button would receive another message with higher discount and encouragement to collect it. People who haven't even opened an email would receive a message with another offer. Such workflow would help to deliver to your potential customers a message with the highest probability of conversion. Let's shift to the website automation category. First website workflow is to display a pop-up message on screen if someone visited your website for the first time. It could be a message with cookie information, plus some welcome text with useful information, like contact information or about company information. Another website workflow is when the user wants to close the web page with a product without buying it. Then he or she received the pop-up message with an additional coupon asking to complete the purchase. You can win even a quarter of leading users with this simple workflow. Another website workflow is when someone is on your website for more than 5 minutes. You can display the survey asking to rate the content of your website and suggest changes to improve it. This way you can collect an honest opinion from the user about the user experience. Next website workflow is when you have in your CRM data about the money spent by the user. You can display different products on the products page to the users who buy expensive products on your website and different products to the users who buy only cheap products. Another website workflow can be connected with data. For example, a shopping holiday. You can display a pop-up message with an additional discount to every person who visits your website on Black Friday. This is a great occasion to increase your sales on that particular day, as a lot of shoppers are looking for special deals. Finally, let's take a look at some examples from Deals and Databases automation category. First, Deals and Databases workflow is when a current B2B client is inactive for more than 3 months. And by inactive, I mean there was no email communication with this client, and the client hasn't visited a website. Automatic notification is sent to the sales team, who would investigate further what is the reason for that inactivity. This way you can reactivate your client. Maybe a simple phone call from the salesperson asking what's up would do the trick. Another Deals and Database workflow is when a new person fills out the contact form on your website and after 2 days still doesn't have an owner in your CRM. This contact can be automatically assigned to the salesperson responsible for general inquiries, or notification can be sent from the system asking the sales team to choose the owner of this contact. This way you avoid lost sales opportunities. Next Deals and Database workflow is when a user bought some expensive product from your shop. He or she automatically is moved to the segment of consumers who buy expensive products in your CRM. Thanks to that, you don't have to do it each time manually. Another Deals and Database workflow is when you are a business who sells only through email channels and user click the unsubscribe button in one of your messages. He is automatically removed from your CRM because you can't send him more messages and therefore sell him anything in the future. And the last example of Deal and Database workflow. Imagine you have a field in your CRM, potential value of the customer. Each time a user spends on your website more than 30 seconds, you want to add 5 points to that value. And each time he visits the services page, you add another 10 to that value. If a user is inactive for 1 week, subtract 5 from that value. This way you can easily identify users with the highest potential. I hope you now see the possibilities and the value of marketing automation and how you can use it for the benefit of your company. It's time for practice. We will see how to set up some of the workflows from email automation category, website automation category, and Deals and Databases category in the next 3 videos.
Email automation can be done in a lot of tools. However, since you are already familiar with MailChimp, let's see how it's done on this platform. Go to the email. We will start by recreating the welcome workflow. Assuming you have an audience with customers only, each new person added to your database should receive an automatic thank you message. We choose Welcome new subscribers from the list. You can either choose to send a single email or a series of emails. Series is especially useful if you provide a service and you want to send tips that help to configure or master your platform or solution. We will keep a single email. The name of the campaign is OK, and we will use our default audience. Click Begin. Now the setup part. You can see the email will be immediately sent to any new contact added to your audience. You can add 1 hour, 6 hours, on 1 day or 1 day delay if you want to. You can also use this automation for imported contacts, as by default it applies to people who are manually added or who filled your integrated form. We will not check that. We will not change from address. As this is video about automation, let's not change the subject and just quickly change the content of the message by clicking Edit Design. We add our logo. We will keep greetings line with merge personalization tags. We will change the text. We will replace this part, starting with "We'll keep you in the loop" with "We would like to offer you a 15% coupon for all purchases as a welcome gift. Just type welcome gift at checkout." We will also remove the social media section and hit save and continue. Now we are ready to go. Click on a Start Sending button and confirm that you are starting an automation. We receive confirmation that automation is live. We can create another one, but before that, let's check whether the first one works as intended. We go to the Audience tab, then View Contacts. Click on Add Contacts, and then on Add Subscriber. We type our own address for testing purposes. We fill some of the other fields. And you can see any groups or custom fields you created earlier, like coupon used, are visible when you create new contact. After we finish, we click on Subscribe. New contact has been added to our audience. This contact should automatically receive the welcome email. Let's check if this is the case in our mailbox. You can see we received a welcome email. Welcome automation workflow works as intended. Let's create another email automation workflow. This one will be based on the birthday date of the contact. Again, go to the email. This time, we visit the date-based tab. We choose Say Happy Birthday. We keep the name and audience unchanged, and we click Begin. You can see the automation is based on the birthday field, and it contains one email. If you would like to send multiple emails in this workflow, you can do that by clicking on the Add Emails button at the bottom. But please note, you need to have a paid MailChimp plan. If you would like to change the name of the sender or what should be tracked, you can click on the Edit Settings button to access all of the options, but we will leave them unchanged. Then we edit our workflow settings. We want to send not one day before birthday, which is default, but on the day of birthday, so we choose that option from dropdown. We click Update Trigger. Then we want to change the time when the email will be sent. For testing purposes, I will choose the closest time. We want to send it no matter what day it is. We click on the Save Schedule. We don't want to filter by segment or tag, and we don't want to add any post-send action, like updating anything in the database. We just go straight to the design email. We change the name of the email to Birthday. We enter email subject, Happy Birthday. We enter preview text, We wish you all the best. We click on Next. We choose one column template. We quickly add our logo. And change the text to We wish you all the best on your birthday. We delete social media icons and click on Save and Continue. Then we click on the Next at the bottom right. If everything is okay, click on Start Sending. Our birthday automation has started. Let's see whether our automation works. We've previously set our birthday to be today in the database. We visit our mailbox after we reach the scheduled send time. You can see the birthday email is already there. If you want to see all your automation campaigns, go to the campaigns in your MailChimp account, and then from the left panel, choose Automation Type. Here you can see some basic stats. You can edit automation, copy it, or remove it. Now you know how to set up email automation workflows in MailChimp. In the next video, we will set up automation workflows in the website automation category. To show you how to set up website marketing automation, we will use HubSpot tool, which you are already familiar with from the previous chapter. To use website automation workflows, first you should either create your entire website inside HubSpot or integrate your existing website with the HubSpot tool. Log into your HubSpot account and go to the Marketing, Website, Landing Pages. Click on the Create button. For this example, we will create a sample landing page for website automation. We will use one of the available templates, but in a real project, you would create your own template with the help of a dev team. We will choose the vast 3-column landing page. This is the PDF download page. The internal page name will be the test PDF download. Click on Create Page. You can adjust text and images or add new modules, but we will not implement any changes for now, since we want to focus on automation, not design. Go to the Settings tab. Give your page a title. We will use a test PDF download. Then adjust the page URL. In the real world, you would connect your domain, which can be done by clicking on the Connect Your Domain link, but we will use a sample HubSpot domain. We will not fill any other fields. At this time, we will ignore the Optimize tab, which is used for search engine optimization, and Schedule tab, and we click on the Publish button. And confirm that this is what we want to do. The website is now live, and you can click on the URL to see it. Now let's create the first website automation workflow. It applies to any website visitor who is our client. He visits the PDF download page with some educational material we provide, but he doesn't download it. He wants to leave our page, for example, open another tab. Before we let him leave, we display a pop-up with an info that we can redirect him to our YouTube channel, where he can watch educational videos instead of reading PDF. To set this up, we go to the Marketing, Lead Capture, Forms. Click on Create Form. Choose Pop-up Form from the list, and click Next. You have several pop-up forms to choose from. We will stick with the pop-up box, which is usually used when we want to stop a user before he leaves our website. We click on the callout and we change the text to, instead of reading PDF, you can watch educational videos on our YouTube channel. The button text will be visit our YouTube channel. We will keep the blue color of the button. We will change the button link to non-HubSpot URL and paste the URL of our YouTube channel. Then we go to the targeting options. We want this form to be displayed only on our PDF download webpage, so we change all pages to Ease from dropdown. And we copy the address of PDF download page we created. Also, we want to display it only to our clients, so we choose when a visitor is a contact from the Visitor Information section. Also, a trigger is on exit intent. In the options, you can specify when you want to display this pop-up to the user again. We will leave 2 weeks. We click on Next and then Publish and set it live. Let's quickly test it. We are a customer in the database. We visit the PDF download webpage. We scroll the site a little. Click here and here. And when we want to go to another tab, the pop-up box with call to action to our YouTube channel is displayed, exactly as we intended. This workflow is also great if someone wants to leave your site without buying a product. You can stop them with discount coupons. Now I will show you another example of website automation workflow. This time, we want to show different headline text on our webpage to the users who have German as their language in the browser, and different headline text to all other users. To set this up, we come back to the Marketing, Website, Landing Pages section. We click on the Edit button next to the PDF download landing page we created. We click on the Text module. The panel on the left appears. We click on the Make Module Smart button. You can see you can show different content based on several things like country of the user or device of the user, but we are interested in the preferred language. Select German from the drop-down. Click on Create. For this group, we will put text Willkommen at the top. We click on Edit in expanded view, and we enter the text. We click on Apply changes. Click on Update, and then Update page now. Let's visit our page to test it. First, with German as the language set in your browser. You can see Willkommen at the top. Now let's change the language in the browser. You can see Willkommen text is not there anymore. Now you know how to set up website automation workflows in HubSpot. In the next video, we will set up automation workflows in the Deals and Databases automation category. In this video, we will cover the automation workflows from Deals and Databases category. Let's open the HubSpot tool again. This time, we will go to the Automation tab and then Workflows. Click on the Create Workflow button. We will create a workflow in which the sales director is notified if a stage of a deal changes to close won. This is deal-based workflow because it's triggered by deal status, so let's click on this option. We name it a closed won notification and click Next. Now we need to specify what starts the workflow. We click on Set Enrollment Triggers. We click on a deal. Now we look for a deal stage. If this is any of, and from the list, we look for closed won. We apply filter. Then we click Save. We click on the plus button to tell HubSpot what should happen if the condition is true. We just send the internal email notification. We choose the user who should receive such notification. Then we enter the subject of an email, for example, a new closed won deal. And in the body, we put deal token and select deal name. This way the sales director will know which deal exactly is closed won. Click Save and then the review button in the top right. Now you can decide whether you want to send notification for deals that already have closed won deal stage, and we don't want that. We want notification only for the new deals. We will not change other settings. Turn on. Your workflow is now working. Now we test it. Go to the Contacts tab. Click on the contacts that you want to create a deal for. Click on the Add Deal from the right panel. Name your deal. In our case, we name it XYZ Shoe Launch. Choose your pipeline. Change deal stage to closed won. Enter amount and click Create. Deal was successfully created. Now we visit the mailbox. You can see an email with the topic and name of the deal was successfully delivered. Let's set up another simple database automation workflow. In this workflow, whenever new contact is from the retail industry, we want to assign a lead automatically to our retail manager. First, we have to create a new property industry, as it is not a default property in HubSpot. Go to the settings from the top. Then choose Properties and click on Create Property. It is the contact property because the data is about particular contact. The group is Contact Information and the name is Industry. We don't need a description, so we click on Next. Now we must specify what kind of field it is. We will choose multiple checkboxes, as it will be simple to update. Now we want to add all industries that can be chosen. We will add retail. We will click on the Add option and enter media. These two are OK for our demonstration. We click on Create. New property has been created and it will be attached to all of the contacts in our database. Also, we want this property to be visible by default when creating a new contact. Click on the Contacts and Companies. Set the properties visible when creating a new contact by clicking on the Manage button. Find the Industry property and check it. Click Save. Now go to the Automation and Workflows. Click Create Workflow. This time, it will be contact-based. Name your workflow, assign retail leads, and click Next. We set an enrollment trigger, and it will be based on the industry field data, which is contact property. We search for our property by typing industry in the search field. We start this automation if industry is any of retail. We apply filter and click Save. What should happen? We click on the plus icon. Go to the Property Management at the bottom. Click on Set Property Value. Search for Contact Owner Property from the list. Choose your Retail Manager from the list. Click Save. Click on the Review button in the top right. It is a new property, so we only want to apply this to contacts who meet the retail industry condition from this point forward. Click Turn On. Our automation is live. Let's test it. We go to the Contacts tab. We click on Create Contact button. We enter name, email, and we choose a property to be retail. We choose that there is no owner at the moment, and we click on Create Contact. You can see that even though we didn't specify the owner of the contact, because we chose this contact from the retail industry, it is automatically assigned to our retail manager because of the automation workflow we set. Of course, you can add this industry information to the existing contacts as well, and they will be automatically assigned to the retail manager. In this video, you've seen how to set up some basic workflows from deals and databases categories. As you probably know, they can be much more complicated and include multiple steps. Setting all the automations up may be a very demanding process, but in the long run, it will save you a lot of time and will help you generate additional money.